I live? Am I live? I'm going like, oh, got to go live here. I'm live. I'm live. Hello. Yes, you can do that. Hello. 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 Is there anybody there? Is there anybody there? I think I'm live. Yes. Yes, I am. Right, well, I can see there's some people watching. I'm just spraying myself with some Ascension spray because we're working with Ascension energies today. We have had more snow during the night, and this morning, hi Denise, this morning I've been out walking about, hi Helen, in the snow, and it's beautiful out there. So I live in a town called Roskilde in Denmark, and I've been living here 7 years now. Hi Belinda, lovely to see you. Been living here 7 years, and one of the reasons why I wanted to move here, because my husband is Danish and he actually had a home in Copenhagen, and I said, I don't want to live in Copenhagen, Thomas. I want to live in Roskilde because there's springs there. Because when I lived in the UK, I very much liked going to Glastonbury. I'm very much a springs and water person. And so I've been out this morning walking about the town because there's all different ley lines, PowerPoints. There's at least 8 springs you can go to. There's more, but they're in people's private gardens. And it's just incredible. And I wrote a guide about it a few years ago and put all the different chakra points, and they're places where you can go and, hi Louise, and sort of get the nourishment you need for each of the different chakras. And so I wrote out a chakra walk last week, and I went and did it this morning. So a few years ago I channeled from Sarah that there is an ascension grid growing here in the town. And these earth energies, they are very organic. It is like they are actually growing. And I've made vibrational essences from these places, and you know, when we're once again allowed to mingle with each other, I will start doing tours again, but more one-to-one. I was doing like groups before for people, but now it's like it's time to get really into it deeply. So I work with Ascension on like lots and lots of different levels, with Sarah locally in the town, with the earth where I live, and I call it embodied ascension, because this is not about us flying off somewhere. It's about us embodying all that we are. So I can see Sarah's looking at me. I've got a picture of her right next to the computer here, just over here, and she's smiling at me like going, yes, that's it. So we're embodying our higher selves. We're embodying all that we are. Hi Lisbeth, getting the energy of our souls, getting it all out. So I've invited you all here today because I thought it would be really nice for me to start showing you some of the work that I do. So one of the things that I do is work with runes, and of course I've developed my own system using the Elder Futhark, which is the oldest type of runes. So ancient, the Elder Futhark. And I've made quite a few sets now. I've made a set from Rowan, I made a set from stones I collected from all over the world. I've made a set from a really ancient ash that is across the road in the park where I live, and is like It's like my power tree. I love it very much. That's these ones here. You can see those there. And then I've made these runes out of crystals. These ones here. You can see those. And these, so what I found is the runes that are in stone or crystal, they're really, really good for anchoring energies, grounding them here. And these are snow quartz, these ones. And what they do is they connect up to really high energies and then help ground them. And, you know, so I've developed this new system called Ascension runes. Of course, I have a page for it, so I'm just going to turn my radiator down. It's a bit warm in here now. I've created a page for it on Facebook called Ascension Runes. And so that's what I'm going to do for you today. So if you would like to have a reading, I'll try and do as many as I can in the time that we have and give you all a bit of something. I have to say, just write in the comment box, yes, please. Or something like that. Hi Doreen, hi Annette, hi Courtney, nice to see you. Hi Michael. Denise is saying yes please. Right Denise, okay, I am going to pull an Ascension rune for you. Okay. I have to say what I really love about these as well is like, they're like sweeties, these crystals. I just have loved making them so much, but they don't have any of the calories. I can't really eat sugar, my body hates it. Which is sad because I quite like it, so I've got my crystals instead. Alright Denise. Okay, so when I work with these runes, it's coming in on Ascended Master Sarah's vibration. It's just such a pure energy of ascension. Okay, okay Denise, we have got Wunya for you. Now if any of you know the German names, this is one that's shaped like a P. If any of you know the German names, you'll be saying, what's she saying? Because I've been taught the Scandinavian names. So, but you'll recognise them by the shape, and I can't remember all the German names. I'm not very good at remembering things till I've learnt them like really, really well. So, Denise, and anybody else who also has a similar vibration thing going on that I'm talking about, you will also be able to receive this energy. So although it's for Denise, it's for all of us, really. Okay? So let me just have a little tune in. In fact, let's all have a little tune in. Let's bring in the energy of Sarah's angels. If you imagine them as a beautiful white light and a circle all around us. So we're like the inner circle. If you imagine all of us with all our little divine sparks inside each of us, and then there's a beautiful circle of incredible bright white light, and that's Sarah's angels, and they are radiating their light in through us into the center of the circle. And then at the center of the circle, Sarah comes and she's grounding right in, grounding right in at the center of the circle. That's it. And take a deep breath and really feel that grounding coming from Sarah and the high vibrations from the angels. And this is all working together with us in this system of Ascension runes. I'm going back to Denise. Haven't forgotten you, Denise. And the rune I've just pulled for you, which is Wunya. So I'll just tune into that for a moment. So Wunya is a rune that is very much known as being about joy. Okay? And it's actually based on a weather vane, this rune. That's its meaning. It's a weather vane, and a weather vane sort of points towards the way in which the wind is blowing. And the meaning that's come through for me for the Ascension runes with this is, it's about, and this is very, very, very relevant to us in these COVID times, in these ecological times, in these political times, in all of these things that we are currently facing. So you could say that the wind is blowing with all of these things happening. It's the way the wind is blowing, and we are having to face that direction. And what Wunya says is, no matter which way that wind is blowing, face it, face the wind. And this is the huge ask in this challenge, find the joy in it. So whether it's a north wind bringing cold, or it's a south wind bringing warmth, or an east or a westerly wind, whatever it's bringing, ground yourself in, because the weather vane is very grounded, okay? That's how it can turn with the wind. We have to be really, really grounded in this situation. We have to, like, I mean, and this is just like, you know, I know it's not rocket science, but we all forget this stuff. We have to make sure we're eating properly. We have to make sure we're sleeping regularly. We have to make sure we're getting enough exercise. All of those basic care needs. If we don't do those things, we won't be able to turn with the wind and have the resources we need to look for that joy. So there's something else there for you, Denise. Let me just see what it is. Just ask Sarah to come in and just whisper it into my ear. She's saying you've got to believe it's possible. You've got to believe it. You've got to believe it for yourself, that that joy and that happiness and that success is there for you. You've got to believe it. So if you don't believe it right now, you have to start acting as if. So it's like, if you've got to go and do something but you feel a lack of self-belief, it's like pretending, like, yes, I'm the greatest rune reader in the world, or yes, I'm the most fantastic clairvoyant. They're obviously the things that come to me because that's what I'm sitting and doing at the moment. But you can put your own, like, gaps in there yourself. And Sarah is saying you have to believe in yourself and believe that you deserve joy, basically. So let me just give you some healing that will come with this. What I'm going to do is take another rune for you, because when you pull two runes like this, they create a bridge. It's a little bit like making car batteries. They run on polarity, they run on positive and negative, and between those two poles they make a tension where an electrical charge happens. And you can use this same principle with the runes for healing. So I have picked Odal, which is the rune of ancestral land. This is the rune of ancestral land, and it's about where you root yourself and how you root yourself. So let me just tune into that a little bit more and what its meaning is for us today. So powerful, these runes. So each of us has ancestral connections to the earth through our DNA. Ooh, that's good, because we're going to be working with an ancestral Zoom call this weekend with Sarah and the Angels Healing System. If you want to know about that, that is on the Ascended Master Sarah page as an event, and also on the Sarah's Sacred Healing Circle as an event. You can go on there, have a look. It's not too late to book and get the early bird price. So this is saying we can get joy from our ancestral lineage and from getting more rooted in our ancestral lineage. So I'm just going to chant them a little bit for you, Denise, and for all of us that can benefit from it as well. And I want you to imagine that you have Wunya one side of you, one side of you, and you have Odal, the rune of the ancestral land, and the DNA on the other. And they're like creating a bridge over you, and you're getting like all this healing from it. So I'm just going to sing them for us now. Odal, 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 Wunya, Wunya, Wunya. Odal, 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 Wunya, Wunya, Wunya. Odal, 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 Wunya, Wunya, Wunya. Can you feel the grounding in that? Can you feel that physical grounding that's coming for us? Odal, 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 Wunya, Wunya, Wunya. And there's so many gifts for us in our ancestral DNA. So much joy as we carry out the sacred roles that our families have been given. And again, that's more we'll be talking about this weekend. Blessings to you, Denise. I hope you could feel the good energies, Ascension, embodied Ascension energies coming for you from there. Now, let me find another person. I'm just randomly picking people. Okay. Now, Michael, you're asking. Let's give one for Michael. Okay. Okay, Michael, you have got soul. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay. I know it's a little bit, it's not so easy with these crystals because they sort of create the light. This is the rune. This is the rune of the sun. This is the rune of the sun. And in the Old Norse cosmology, Soul or Sunna is female. She is a sun goddess. Isn't that interesting? So that quality is feminine. Now you can see it maybe a bit better there with these runes. That's soul. So it's like that. And this is another rune that is connected to joy, actually. So let's just have a tune in here to what the soul means for you, Michael, for any of us that have a similar vibrational thing going on. Sorry, I have to do this. There's so much power that comes in with the runes when I open up to it. It's like I want to be a tree with my roots so like deep in the earth to sort of like hold all this power that's coming through with these runes. It's just incredible. Soul. Can't stop it at the moment. I'm just having to go with all this power coming in, Michael. I don't know if you're feeling any of this. I'm getting so hot now. I think perhaps this is part of the message for you, because these are Ascension runes, this system that I'm working with, and or that we're working with today. And the sun, it gives us all of our life. It's a physically incredibly powerful thing, the sun. And we also have this concept of the great central sun, the galactic sun. It's this amazing, enormous, cosmic being that has so much power coming in for us. So let me just, there's a message here for you in that, Michael. Let me just see what the actual sort of personal bit is there. Let me just, I'm just going to call Sarah in, and Sarah comes in, she comes onto my right shoulder and she whispers in my ear. What does Michael need to know, Sarah? So there's a healing force there for you with this sun energy, but it also is saying something about your energy personally. So we all have different types of constitutions, and yours has a resonance with this sun energy. It's like it's saying to you, know me. I want you to know me, because it wants you to know your own solar constitution. So it would be really good for you to look up what that means. And there's loads of books and spiritualities on there around the solar stuff, and you might know loads of stuff about it already. I don't know, but there's something here for you, Michael, to find out about your own solar imprint, essence, that is like your soul essence, basically. So let me take another rune for you, which will create a bridge of rune healing for you. Interesting. So this rune that I've picked up, this is Turs, okay, or Thurs. It's Turs, sort of, if you say it in a Danish way. Let me just see if I can see that in the in my wood runes. Can I see you, Turs? No. Oh yes, I can. There it is. So there's Turs there. There's Turs there. Okay. And this rune is very much about protection, boundaries. It also holds an energy of the violet flame. So let me just see what the two together mean. Okay, so what I'm getting is that shining brightly with our soul essence can actually create boundaries and protection for us, and clear and cleanse our energy fields so that we don't attract dross to us. We don't have bits of fluff coming and sticking to us. It's sort of keeping our energy clear. And let me just create a bridge of energy. So we have soul and we have Turs. And Turs, it's fierce. It's a thorn. It tells people when to stand back. And I think it's true. If we can stand in our own like true soul essence and we know who we are, it's much harder for other people to cross our boundaries, because we've so filled our boundary up with our soul essence and we're sure about what we want and who we are, then people, it's harder for other people to sort of get hooks into us. So this is something that we can all benefit from, and I'm just going to chant that for us a little bit and just send out the power of the bridge between soul and Turs. Okay, so just like sit back and feel this energy coming now. Soul, 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 Turs, 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 soul, 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 Turs, Turs, Turs. And Ascended Master Sarah very much holds this energy, because she has integrated her divine masculine and her divine feminine. So she knows who she is, and she's got the divine masculine to make it so, and to stand up for herself, and you know, she's kind of got it all, really. Soul, 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 twos, twos, twos. Just breathe the power of that strength in. And all of that strength and protection is there because it's keeping a boundary to that vulnerable, beautiful essence at the centre. Lovely. All right, Michael, that was for you. Bless you. Let's have another little look. I can see. I think I can probably do one more. So, Helen Rund. Not sure how to say that. I get confused how to say things now because I have two ways of pronouncing things in my head. I have the Danish way and the English way. I'm never sure which one's gonna kind of win out. Hi Marie, hi Barbara, hi Patricia, hi Natalie, SPV, Belinda. Hi. So Helen, let's pick something for you. Which one will it be? Okay. Oh, lovely. We've got Largu. This is the water rune, Helen. This is Largu. Okay. Just see if I got it. If you can see it better on these ones. So Largu represents all types of water. The sea, the oceans, the lakes, the water in us, and then the spiritual qualities of water. So intuition, our psychic abilities, our emotions, things like dreams and the moon. So let me just have a little tune in for you, Helen, see what the message is. So the energy here that's coming from this rune, it's soft, it's flexible, it's moving, it's lovely. As I was saying at the beginning, you know, I love springs, and we have a lot of them in the town where I live. Very, very, very lucky, and I've been out communing with them this morning, which was super, with all the snow and the sun's out, and I hadn't been out for about a week, so it was just, and now to connect with this spiritual energy, it's just, I feel like it's just coming, it's just like, oh, it's just coming in for you, Helen. It's just like, it's like your spiritual field, your energy field needs to soak up the divine feminine gentleness of the water. It's not like being in the desert and being thirsty and needing it. It's not that way. It's the esoteric qualities, it's the spiritual qualities of water that you need at this time. And it feels like in whatever way you haven't been able to get enough of that for a while, and it's coming in for you. It's coming in for you now. It's very heavenly. Very heavenly, this energy. And I think it's Archangel Gabriel. He's the, or she is the, you know, they're androgynous really, these angels, but Gabriel's often seen as a female, exactly because she's softer with all that water energy. But let me just see what sort of the Ascension meaning is for this. It's just so soothing. It's like for your own development, your own spiritual and Ascension development, Helen, It's like this relaxation that's coming in. And quite often, I mean, this is why water's so relaxing for us. Like if we're having like a sacred bath or a sacred shower or a sacred swim, we can turn it into something that's almost like, well, it is like a meditation. And this is the energy that's coming in for you, Helen. It's sort of saying, do things with water that, you know, is a bit spa-like, but make them sacred, okay? Make them sacred. This is going to be so good for your energy system. It needs that to kind of balance it up with whatever it is you've been, you know, going through. And I'm just going to, oh, now that's really interesting. So the rune to balance this is the fire rune, Ken. Isn't that interesting? Let me just, if you can see it better there. I know my Ascension runes cast reflections, so it's harder to see. So it's Ken that's coming in to give us, will give you healing, and the rest of us will benefit as well, Helen. So let me just see what that's about. So we've got water and we've got fire, and fire and water are one of the most alchemically profound, powerful combinations you can get together. Let's just have a tune in about that. So just imagine that you've got Largo on one side of you, the water rune, and you've got Ken on the other side of you. And just feel yourself sitting between the charge that those two runes together create. I'll just chant, and then I'll probably speak a little bit. Lagu, 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 Ken, Ken, Ken. Lagu, 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 Ken, Ken, Ken. Lagu, 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 Ken, Ken, Ken. And just feel the alchemical power of fire and water, water and fire, as we sit in between the charge of these two incredible primordial powers, and they act upon our spiritual bodies, and we are here to transform our light bodies, and that is exactly what fire and water are doing for us. They act so powerfully that in its presence we start to manifest more of our higher selves. We come closer to our divine selves, our divine spark, and we can see, feel, acknowledge, connect with spirit in such a magical way. So fire and water, Largo and Ken, just bring in so much spiritual magic for us. It's like seeing the sparkles in the snow, the light on the water. Oh, I think I've lost one of my broadcasts there. I don't know what happened. Let me just go back there. Yeah, just going back there now. Yes. Yes. Lost you all there. I don't know what happened there. So, it must have been the power. That happens, doesn't it? It does happen quite a lot. When powerful things happen, the broadcasts go down. It's funny, isn't it? Whew, I was really going off there. So let's ground it all. Let's ground it all. Let's ground all that energy. We might all have to go out for a walk now. Oh dear. So I would love to hear I would love to hear what you're feeling, what you got from those things. Oh, okay. Whew. Let's bring Sarah in just to ground us all. That we need some of that. You're welcome, Helen, and you're welcome, Denise and Michael. Yes, many meanings for all of these things. Let's bring Sarah in. A bit more water. So Sarah's coming in with her beautiful green nature energy. Just take some nice deep breaths. Feel those roots from your feet going down into the earth. Denise said that was just what she needed to hear today. Well, that's wonderful, Denise. I'm so happy to hear that. Just feel yourself grounding. 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 Bringing all of this beautiful energy back with you into your body, into the earth. I do readings, Ascension runes readings. Annette says she could feel the fire and water so powerful, could also feel being pulled downwards. That's why I love these Ascension runes so much. It's just these little crystals. And yet, so much grounding. It's like there's no limitation to how high we can go, and then there's no limitation to how much we can like manifest that on the earth. If you're interested in having a reading with me, I love doing them. Go to Ascension Runes and look on the services. I've got my prices and other information on there that you might want to know. I will be doing another rune reading next Thursday, 5 hours later than this one. I'm going to do it at 7 p.m. because there's people who can't come to this time because of the time zones. So just to keep it simple for everyone, I'm doing it at this time every 2 weeks, okay? So 2 o'clock every 2 weeks. And then the 7 p.m. one, I'm going to do that every 2 weeks as well. So it was 2 p.m. when I started today. So whatever time zone you're in, it's going to be 5 hours later next week. Helen says she will put those 2 runes on her altar space to work with them further. Yes, that's the thing to do. Also, I love going for a walk with my runes. It does mean that I lose them. It's the only thing. So I end up searching all around the house. But the lovely thing is with runes, you can just make yourself another one. Carol says that this was very powerful. Yes, and Barbara says a wonderful way to start my day. Thank you. I'm so pleased. I'm so happy. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to come and share these beautiful energies. And like I said, we do have a Zoom workshop that you can see as an event on Ascended Master Sarah page, where we are working with connecting to our ancestral lineage and our DNA and getting all the goodies out of there. Thank you all for being here. Love. Love. See you again. Bye for now. Bye.